In a small, bustling town, alive with laughter and curiosity, there lived a gentle soul named Max. Max wasn't extraordinary in the way people often imagine. He didn't wear a cape or command the attention of crowds. But Max had something quietly powerful, a passion for learning and a heart eager to share. For years, Max had felt adrift, unsure of where he fit in or how to make his mark. That changed the day he stumbled upon the teachings of Jim Rohn, a wise thinker whose words felt like sunbeams cutting through clouds. Max devoured books and listened to speeches, soaking up lessons about discipline, mindset, and the power of small, consistent actions. Each idea was a spark, igniting a fire of hope and ambition within him. But something was missing. Though Max grew wiser and more confident, he sensed there was more to personal growth than simply collecting knowledge for himself. One afternoon, while reading under the shade of an old oak tree, Max remembered a line from his favorite talk. "The best way to learn is to teach." The words echoed in his mind, steady and true. Could it be that sharing what he'd learned would help him grow even more? Inspired, Max set out to do just that. He began with his neighbor, Mr. Bennett, a retired school teacher who had lost some of his zest for life. Over cups of tea, Max shared Jim Rohn's idea that success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines, practiced every day. Mr. Bennett's eyes sparkled as Max explained how small habits, like walking in the morning or jotting down a daily gratitude list, could lead to big changes. Soon Mr. Bennett was waking up early, humming tunes as he tended his garden with renewed energy. Encouraged, Max offered to organize a weekly gathering at the local library. At first, only a handful of people attended: curious teens, busy parents, and a few elders seeking connection. Max spoke about the value of setting goals and the magic of personal responsibility. He used simple stories and playful examples: a seed growing into a tree, a raindrop joining a river, to help everyone see how small changes could shape their lives. As Max taught, something remarkable happened. He began to notice that each time he explained an idea, it took root more deeply in his own mind. When he told others, "Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better," he heard the advice echo back to him on days when he faced his own struggles. When he encouraged someone to read a little each day, or to write down their dreams, he remembered to do the same for himself. Teaching, Max realized, was like polishing a precious stone. Each lesson shared made his own understanding brighter and clearer. One evening, a shy girl named Lily came to the library group. She barely spoke, hiding behind her long hair. Max welcomed her warmly and invited her to listen. Over the weeks, Lily blossomed. She listened closely as Max talked about the importance of surrounding yourself with positive influences and how you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Lily started sitting with new friends at school, finding laughter and encouragement where she once felt alone. Then, one day, Lily approached Max with a nervous smile. "Could I share something next time?" she asked. Max's heart soared as Lily stood before the group, her voice trembling at first, then growing stronger. She shared how she'd begun drawing every day, inspired by the lesson of daily disciplines, and how it had helped her find confidence. The group cheered, and Max saw the ripple of growth spreading outward. Max realized that teaching wasn't just about speaking. It was about listening, encouraging, and learning alongside others. He watched as each person in the group began to teach, too, sharing tips, celebrating successes, and lifting each other up when challenges came. The library became a place of warmth and laughter, a living echo of wisdom passed from person to person. Max understood now that personal growth is not a solitary journey. True growth, the kind that lasts, is deepened when we share what we learn. Every time Max explained a big idea in simple words, every time he answered a question or listened to a story, he built stronger roots in his own understanding. The act of teaching challenged him to clarify his thoughts, to practice what he preached, and to keep learning so he could keep giving. He remembered Jim Rohn's words. If you help enough people get what they want, you can have everything you want. Max saw that by helping others grow, his own life was richer than he'd ever imagined. Confidence replaced doubt, friendships blossomed, and even on difficult days, Max felt anchored by purpose. As the seasons changed, the group grew. Children brought their parents, friends invited neighbors, and soon wisdom spread like sunlight through the community. People began to see themselves not just as students, but as mentors in their own right. They taught siblings, classmates, and co-workers the lessons they'd learned, passing along the seeds of growth. Max's journey showed everyone that you don't need to be an expert to share what you know. All it takes is a willingness to learn, a spark of curiosity, and a caring heart. Every time you teach, even a single idea, however small, you plant a seed that can blossom in ways you might never expect. In the end, Max realized the greatest lesson of all. The act of teaching is a gift, not just to others, but to oneself. Each time he shared wisdom, he heard the echo of his mentor's voice, guiding him forward. And as the town grew brighter and kinder, Max knew that the echo would carry on. One lesson, one story, one heart at a time. So remember, when you learn something new, don't keep it locked away. Share it, teach it, discuss it, and let it grow. Because in teaching what you learn, you become part of an unending circle of growth, a mentor's echo, ringing out into the world. Thank you for watching this episode of Mind Awakening TV. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an awakening moment. Leave your thoughts in the comments, and let's continue the conversation. Stay curious and keep expanding your mind.